What is the question, Yosha?
Oh my god, he's not even paying attention. I know you had like a 500 million thousand.
It takes and twos.
It's not a book, it's in a hard disk. You cannot be an auntie if you don't have that.
This is the problem. You don't understand.
It's up to Albertaya, me and Surendra.
No, we don't let live here. We don't let, that doesn't happen here.
That's toxic.
We live and we screw others.
We do.
Sri Lankan pride.
And the best thing.
Amanda, what do you call a man who loves little bikes?
I don't know.
A pedophile.
All right, next so, bro. Let's go. Hi you guys, thanks so much for watching our new episode. This is episode number?
I'm thinking 12.
This is episode number 12. We're definitely sure that this is episode number 12 because the last one you watched was episode number 11.
We'll confirm with Takshi.
Takshi says episode number 12.
She's like, why am I awake at this time?
Today we have with us two amazing guests. This is, madam, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cheytana.
Oh my goodness, Cheytana! If I was having a bra, I would have thrown.
Well, I just just passed it.
How big would that be?
All right, well, that's a great start.
Things got rough.
Question.
Things got rough here.
Okay, and anything you do, Cheytana, just in general?
I'll let you
Other than
do
bra
that.
questions.
So from what I know, Cheytana is a lawyer. She's a content creator. She sings songs. She dances.
I don't.
She
Sometimes.
sings dances.
She sings dances.
She
right.
sings dances and dances songs.
She's a professor of Hindi in the Institute of Hindi National
She
College.
invented Hindi.
She invented Hindi.
No, I didn't.
She taught Shah Rukh Khan Hindi.
That
No.
also. And if you
She
go
sings.
to Cheytana's Facebook profile, the video that's doing the best is my video.
And her status?
regret-
Cheytana,
telling-
you know what? You want me to introduce you? I'm introducing you now.
And her status right now? She's single? Available to mingle?
She is.
Available to mingle? Send your horoscopes.
It's how she said it. Yes. Yes.
And Resh, we are having you again for this is the third time.
Yeah, I think.
And we had you at a fact check girl for a while and she got fired because of some problems and we hired her again.
Yes.
So
I
it was a
was a small
sympathy hire.
hiatus. It was
It was a
a
diversity
small
hire.
hiatus. And now I'm back, guys.
What happened was she was insubordinate. We had to fire her. She begged us. We brought her back in.
Which is nice people.
We're just nice people like that.
Also, Satish wasn't good at his job, so they had to get me back.
Yeah, they don't know who Satish is. You're going to get fired again for mentioning people. Nobody knows Satish right now. She's not in the podcast. Amanda, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about relationships.
Ooh.
Now, if you watched our previous episodes, and thanks so much for doing, we have already covered this topic once.
Oh.
But we're going to get into the intricacies of relationships. And we shall start, well, we established Cheytana is already single. Rashali,
Hello.
where does your availability check in?
Very available.
And ready to mingle?
And ready to... it depends.
Rush, you had to pitch so that it doesn't sound too desperate.
Okay. I mean...
Okay, yeah, fine, okay.
I think it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Oh my lord.
We are the best person for this topic. Yeah. But you have had relationships in your past.
Yes, I have.
And
But
what
yeah.
about you, Cheytana? Have you been in relationships before?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Do you want to tell us approximately the number or is that like
If
550?
no, if we are talking about serious relationships, I would just say about 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, two.
2000.
Yeah, 2.
No, just two.
And the last serious relationship was 5 years ago. I broke up 5 years ago. So.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. And have you
Yes.
5 years ago too? Same relationship?
She would be a kid.
She just said yes. It's like, yes.
Dude, I think so.
Yeah,
5
that's
years
fine.
ago.
I made mistakes too when I was a child.
Yoshan, what is your status, Yoshan?
I'm married and not ready to mingle.
His wife would kill him if he mingled.
Amanda, what about you?
I'm single. That's how you answer the question. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. No, I guess I'm single.
Can I ask you the next question? This is the one that will open the podcast today. First, I'm going to ask her. Then the same question for you, so you have time to fix your answer because I know you need time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she sets up a joke. She'll set up a joke, and it'll be like 3 days before we hear the punchline, and you'll forget the beginning of the story. So yeah, you can start now. The relationships you've had, the 2 serious relationships you had, what type were they? Were they healthy? Were they like standard, normal relationships, or were there any special like guidelines to them?
I'll just talk about the last relationship.
that's fine.
And it was healthy.
Yeah.
And it became a bit toxic.
So it wasn't
for me.
toxic.
Yeah, not toxic. I wouldn't say toxic, but intolerable.
Intolerable.
And there was this lack of understanding that was not there before. It was very good, easy. We have never fought. We never fought for all those like 3 years. But then something happened, and then suddenly it wasn't working out. It wasn't toxic. I wouldn't say toxic. Yeah.
All right.
It was not toxic.
It was not toxic.
But at the end, it was.
At the end, I couldn't take it anymore. Like, I was feeling a bit suffocated
Okay.
and unhappy. And it's not his fault as well. It's a very complicated situation.
But
Yeah.
if you had a chance, like let's say you have a time machine to meet your younger self, would you go through that again? or-
Yes, definitely.
All right. So it was a good.
It made
was
me
good
a
toxic.
content creator. So,
Ah, so messed it up enough.
Wow.
yeah.
Messed her up just the
Just
right
the
amount.
right
Thank
amount.
you. Thank you, whoever you
It's
are.
the Goldilocks.
We had to give him a name.
Goldilocks
Give him a
formula.
name. Mr.
No.
Sakalabujang.
Silence.
Thank you, Mr. Sakalabujang, for all your work.
Thank you
God's
for your
work.
service, sir.
What about you, Rash? Now you have enough time to formulate an answer.
Short, huh?
Short, huh? ඒ කාලේ සිද්ධ වෙච්ච කතාවක් මේ.
Cheytana bang. Okay, so this I need to give a bit of context for this.
Yes, it's
because,
set up.
Yes, because it started off as a long distance relationship,
Oh.
and then and then we met up.
So social
and then-
media.
No. This person was in my school, and then he left. And then I left to that country. I mean, we started dating while I was here and he was there. Then I left to that country, and then we continued our relationship. It was beautiful and perfect at the start because like I didn't know what it was like to live with this person, and
You
like the
lived with him.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. And the intricacies of his daily life and what he had to go through. When I was with him, it was kind of like a shattering moment because the person I knew wasn't the person I met. And like, he was great. Like, he tried to do the best for me, but I think at that moment, certain things just didn't work out. And he changed. He deteriorated. No, he just dissolved into someone else.
Okay. So same question. If you go back, would you have done it all over again, or?
I think so, yes.
All right. So it's a good thing, but also sad.
Yeah.
It's character building.
Character
Yeah.
building. What about you, Amanda? I really want to know this. I mean, I kind of know the answer, but I want everyone else to know the answer.
What is the question, Yasha?
Oh my God, he's not even paying attention. Are you
Yeah.
even in the podcast? What type of relationship you have had? Was it healthy, good? The last one.
The last one.
I know you had like a 500 million thousand.
Million thousand.
It takes
And
out the
two.
It's not a book, it's in a hard disk.
The last one I had was not the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it was the best, it would be still.
Yeah, exactly. No, so among the other catastrophes that I've had as relationships, I would say the last one I had wasn't really a serious one. So it started off as something very physical and ended in a different place altogether. And that is what broke me and made me a content creator too. Yeah.
Wow, these people really
Damaged
messed
people,
you
man,
up.
goddamn.
So
Goddamn.
do you really have to be messed up to be a content creator? I mean, aspiring content creators out there.
I mean, I wouldn't say yes, but statistically.
So if you want to be a good content creator,
Get your heart ripped apart.
yes.
No.
Yes, that's
We're not promoting that message here.
Toxic relationships, my guy. Gentlemen. Okay.
so.
Wait, Yoshi, have you been a part of any like toxic relationship?
Yes, I have. And I mean, now I'm in a great relationship. I'm married. Hi, wife.
She put a ring on it.
But before I met her, I was in and out of some really bad stuff. He knows 99%.
I
of
was
it.
one of them.
Yeah, we dated for a while, and then we realized we had the same genitalia. It didn't
Yeah, it's
work.
like,
It was like, what do we do? We played Star Wars though.
Did it glow?
Take. Press. Yes.
Anyway.
You said it. So yeah. So before I met my wife, I was in and out of some couple relationships, and the thing was initially in the honeymoon phase, like you have that honeymoon phase, it felt great, but as it went on, it got hard, like
That's
mentally,
so bro.
mentally hard. It got mentally hard. Sorry, Cheytana, can you stop?
She's so cute.
I'm not doing it.
She made the cutest face. She's like,
So it was mentally hard, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I was a kid. I mean, everything was new for me. So I used to screw it up more. Like I used to be over texting, over jealous, over protective. And I felt I was being toxic. So when I stopped, then it was not enough, So it was very complicated for me. I didn't figure things out till I met my wife, which is good.
Are you saying toxic in that you didn't know if you were being clingy and
yes. I didn't know if I was a good boyfriend, good enough. Was I bad? Was I, scaring her off? Like I would do something grand for her birthday. She'd be like, "Oh, this is too much. You're just my boyfriend." And I would do something less. And she'd be like, "You don't love me anymore." So I'd be like, "What do you want?" It's kind of a thing. So yeah, I was still figuring things out. And then a couple of them ended up dating my friends. I found a lot of girls from I'm the guy who brought them to their partner.
Oh, wow.
wow.
goddamn.
Yeah, a couple of them, not all. But yeah.
So all in all 4 great relationships so far.
Yeah.
I mean, you got married.
I got married. So by the time I met my wife, I kind of figured the guy I wanted to be. And I kind of just maintained that. So yeah, it worked out. Still working out. Yeah. So do you enjoy being in a relationship? The whole... Yes, Cheytana, are you dancing? What you dancing?
that was a deep inhale, man.
Yeah. The viewers heard it.
Why did she inhale?
No. Okay, question. Yeah.
All right. My next question. So
Yes, you asked the question.
Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't answered.
yes, I realized. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you enjoy being in the relationship, the whole concept of being in a relationship, or was it something you tried out because you didn't know what it was and you just wanted to see what it was?
My past relationship, is it?
Yeah.
Or relationships in general?
Relationships in general, like
Okay.
like boyfriend girlfriend, not mother daughter, sister, like boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
Yeah, and
Because when we were discussing the topic, he'd be like, people will confuse mother daughter. I'm like, no one's going to confuse mother daughter relationship.
Relationships are relationships.
I understand. I think it is very important for me to be in a relationship because I feel like it opens up a different aspect to myself, and I learn who I become, how I can show up, and I guess my love language is how I sometimes fight or how I perceive certain discussions and people's actions. I think it's such an interesting aspect to a person when they're in a relationship, because as opposed to being with friends, when you're with your partner, you're an entirely different person and you learn different aspects of yourself. So yeah, I think I do enjoy being in relationships.
So when you're in the relationship, that's when you figure yourself out. Is that what you're saying?
I would say so, yeah.
All right. And what about you, madam?
Back when I was in relationships, I think I just just did it for the sake of doing it. Back in the day when I was really like
the concept
of having a boyfriend. And when I got into my last relationship, I thought it would be serious and I might end up marrying that person. But then it scared the hell out of me.
Girl.
It scared the hell out of me.
Because she got scared?
No, because I'm married. Indian girl.
And it really, really scared me. And I felt like I'm not cut out for this. I would be one of those people who would never marry and I wouldn't enjoy it. Like what Rishali said, the exact opposite of that was what I was feeling, right? So wait. And wait. Don't butt it.
I love it.
And so this was me 5 or 6 years ago. I thought when I broke up, I will never marry. I'll just be like this cool aunt for my nieces and nephews and all that. And but it all changes. See, with every year that you live, with the type of people that you meet, your opinion about relationships and what you want, it changes. Constantly it changes. Right now, after 5 years, after going through all of that, now I'm at a point where I'm thinking again, I'm wrong. I would enjoy having a partner. I would enjoy having someone to talk to. Like she said, friends aren't cutting it all the time.
Right.
You know, you have to have that person who brings out the femininity.
Yeah.
You know, just for once, just that person who would just make you feel really safe. You know.
Yeah.
I give off a bit of a masculine energy. That's because I do everything in my life on my own. Everything.
Right.
Down to everything. I don't know. Just financial wise, content wise, work wise, law wise, whatever it is. I do it on my own. Nobody's there to support me. I go down, I get back up. I take my time. Nobody's there to hug me even. So after 5 years of going through that on my own, now I'm at a place where I'm open to it. I would enjoy it. I would want to be, I don't know if it's love, but, you know, having a partner to just... Having somebody to just call my own, just having my own home, something like that.
So just to sidetrack, I want to sidetrack a bit.
Yeah.
So a manly man, is that the man you're looking for? Like a really manly man? Because our
No.
content of...
See, that's where most of the people go wrong. People think, you know, men should be men and women should be women. No. You know, it should be a man who can bring out that feminine side. Like something that's hidden, you know? Okay.
Of you.
Of me.
Right, yeah.
See, only a real man can bring that side out.
Right.
You know, not every woman is a fully, you know, like a glamorous feminine woman who gives off feminine energy.
Right.
You know, sometimes there has to be a person who can calm us down. You know, who can just calm us down and tell us just talk to the wall, and then, you know, you be calm, and there should be.
Yosha, take down notes.
A man should be able to calm your woman down. Yes, listen.
And
Wife,
and
when I say calm down next time, don't get mad. Cheytana told me to.
and it's not just calm down, go talk to a wall.
Go talk to a wall.
Not like that, you know. There are, you know, if
Please, go
I
talk to a wall.
would love it if the person is the exact opposite of me, who can, you know, say sensible things and make me see things in a different light.
So
Right.
different perspective.
Different perspective. Because I think he should be a person that I would listen to. You know, I would love it if he can teach me things, if he can just show me a different perspective. But not a manly man. You know, any man can do this. It's just that they don't know their potential. They don't know how to read a woman.
What
Right.
would then be the defining characteristic between a manly man and a man who can bring out the femininity in you?
I think it's being proactive.
Sorry, I'm asking Cheytana.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's right.
Please.
She's right.
Cheytana, please answer.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Ask that again.
No. So what I want to know is, what is the defining characteristic and or characteristics between what you would call a manly man and a man who can bring out the femininity in you?
To be able to listen to you and understand you, I think. A manly man would just be a manly man, you know. He
What
would
is that?
be
What?
telling a woman what to do.
Oh, okay,
or
like a very
not
brash person.
Yes,
Okay.
probably. Like, you know, it's not all about your muscles.
Right.
It's all also about...
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. They don't mean that, right? She don't mean that, right? You go work out.
So just for the audience who cannot see this live, she looked directly at Amanda and said, it's not all about muscles. Who is 99% muscles?
Yeah, Amanda, it's not all about muscles.
Sorry.
No, I think what she means is
Yeah.
a man who listens, not to respond
Yes.
with a solution. It's someone who understands and empathizes.
Not just women, like the man should be able to understand anybody and
Yeah.
everybody. You know, that is a very rare quality that we see in a man. You know, to be able to read people, the emotions, sometimes without even saying a word.
So-
You know, you're able to read situations. So that is one quality which would save a relationship, any relationship, not just a romantic
Proper
relationship.
communication.
Proper communication.
Mind reader.
I also
No.
Well, both sides.
Both sides.
Hari. But then, exactly.
Mind
So,
reader.
I can't. So now, if we were in a relationship,
Yeah.
I can't know what you're
See,
thinking.
yeah, true.
But you should be able to read her.
No.
No, don't read her.
No.
Read her diary.
Right.
No.
damn.
Shit, I fucked up this.
See, that's the beauty of living together or just having, associating a person for so long. You can catch up to these things. Like you get to know.
Yeah.
Like if I was like best friends with Rashali, I would know what to say, what not to say
Right.
after a period of time.
Yeah.
Isn't that what every bond is
As
about?
the married person.
I've been
Yeah.
friends with Amanda for years. I still don't know what not to say.
As the married person though, is that the same situation with you and Jay?
Well, Jay is used to me saying so many things.
She just filters out 80% of it.
But as you said, when there's a problem, I tend to look for solutions. I
Right.
naturally like, oh, this is the problem. That's the solution.
Right.
And sometimes that pisses the person off. I don't know why. So that listening thing is there, but at the same time, I think men by instinct are logical creatures.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yes.
So
yes.
when there's a problem, we see a solution, we just say, just do that. And then she's like, the problem wasn't that big. How dare you make it so small kind of a thing? I don't know. So
Right.
I feel like it's a learning process. So
It is.
Yeah.
something that I'm working on. So now I just go,
Good job.
Active listening.
active listening.
But can I add to that? I feel like abandoning your ego is such a big help when you are in a relationship, because I feel like when people fight, usually the other person needs to know if this other person is worth fighting for, and you abandon your ego and you go up to them
And you figure
and
it out.
you meet them on their
Yeah.
level. It's like a chemical.
That's such a beautiful thing to say. That's
Thank you.
We should put it on a
that
t-shirt.
makes sense.
Absolutely. After this. Also, shout out to Cheytana who wore the That's So Bro t-shirt. Say, if you want to model that up and down, that's alright.
My God.
But then my question then to you ladies is, I also know guys who tried to be that guy and got taken for a ride. Right? Then what is the line between knowing what to say and doing the right thing and then being too nice? Because the saying is, nice guys finish last.
Yeah, if you're too nice also, the girls don't like that.
Yeah.
See, it's very objective and subjective. It in every situation changes according to the person you're dealing with,
Right.
right?
So then
So-
personally to you,
Yeah.
where would be the line between you understanding that your partner is caring and you saying,
I want a bad boy.
for God's sake, shut up? Yeah, exactly.
See, I've dated enough and more bad boys.
Okay.
So there's a saying which says that, if you feel the rush, if you see a boy, like if you see a man, you're like, my God, he's so handsome. I want him for myself. He's such a bad boy. See, I've gone through all that.
Right.
See, when you feel that,
Why are you looking at me when you're talking? You look at her.
you're a man.
And you're a bad
And
boy.
with the haircut, you look like a
Yeah.
bad boy.
Not all muscles looked at me. Bad boy looked at me. One of his next lectures also looked at me. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Takshi's also looking.
Takshi for this.
Okay, so I have felt all those feelings, the rush of
feelings.
seeing someone and, wanting that person for myself. It dies down. It doesn't go anywhere. If that person is not worth the wait, it doesn't go anywhere. Right now, like I said, it changes. The way I feel changes. Over time, it does. Right now, I would want to, again, what I mentioned before, want to be with a person who feels like home, who gives me that calmness instead of the rush.
Right.
See, it changes with it could be the age, it could be the experiences that I've gone through, it could be the men I have
When
associated.
she said that, she pointed at me.
At least it wasn't me this time.
Like the men.
Stop making it about the people I look at. Focus
The
on
Men
one.
in general.
The men in
The
general.
men I was with.
Right.
And so, sometimes we love to see a man take charge, and, handle it for us. It's not about us being in control. That's a misconception. I think we just want men to be men, be a little more understanding that biologically, mentally, physically, we are different. So just get us, just understand us, just be there for us. I think for me, that's the biggest turn on. And that's the kind of person I want to be with. I don't know if that answers your question.
So if you
though.
fulfill everything she said, send your horoscopes.
Ah.
And you have to be good looking, but not.
No,
You don't have to be good looking at
You
all.
cannot be a bad boy and no muscles.
No, I'm not saying no to bad boys.
Yes, bad boys.
A bad boy can be a perfect man. I cannot put my finger on it. I cannot just give you a criteria saying that I will like these.
What
these
what
qualities.
percentage of bad boy do you want?
What the hell? What
What
kind of-
percentage of
What
you become 67% bad boy, Mashan
See,
20% good boy.
I know a bad boy who is a bad boy, but who is the most
Goodest boy.
understanding.
It's like we're talking about dogs now. He's a good boy and a bad boy and a good boy.
Listen.
Bad boy, there's a peed in the.
So yeah, I know a bad boy who is so good. So if I don't know if that makes sense.
That is so
no.
like,
Listen, he's understanding.
Right.
He's the most thoughtful person that I have known.
That bad boy.
Yes.
what makes him bad then?
Why should I be just saying that? You have to get it. You have to understand
Sorry,
it.
Cheytana, you're hitting a pitch though. That's
No. He's very thoughtful.
Right.
He's understanding.
Right.
That bastard.
See, a bad boy is this attractive, just a person having this attractive quality of just, it could be bad in a
Grammar.
sexual way,
Okay.
We don't know.
I'm going to step in there.
Yeah.
I'm a dad to a daughter. All right? I'm going to tell you what a bad boy is in the eyes of a father, not what she said. The dude walks in a motorbike. With all this leather and tattoos and a cigarette in his mouth, the bugger's going to get murdered at my
Oh,
doorstep.
no. Not
the whole
that.
attitude like, oh, I will call you later and never call back, that bugger's going to die.
Wait, so that's your version of a bad boy. What were you thinking about? And what are you thinking about when I say bad boy? See, it changes according to
Doesn't
how
have
you
a
think.
shower.
Yeah, agreed.
Bad
Ew.
English.
Agreed.
Ew.
Doesn't cut his nails.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
Bad boy.
That's a bad boy. That's not what I'm talking about. What are you talking about?
I think someone who just knows.
Roshana, you have to stop smiling when you're talking.
I just
Okay, be serious.
guys,
Yeah.
come on.
She's thinking of all the bad boys she
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that bad boy.
According to you, who is a bad boy?
A guy who knows he is sought after and weaponizes it.
That's
You did-
one type
You did
of.
say that.
I don't have to say it. See, it's different from person to person. That's what I'm saying. Now, he doesn't like a boy who doesn't cut his nails.
Just so you know, and just so we make it clear, I don't like boys in general.
Are you sure?
whether you have a shower or not, bro, don't hit me up. Hit up Cheytana.
Just getting
He
facts.
just got a message today.
Okay, so be serious. According to you, who is a bad boy, or like a bad man for a woman?
If you say, I think like you said, a bad boy is subjective. So the ideal would be the guy from 365, right? Machino. Okay. The
365? What's that?
365.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
red.
I know.
I feel it.
Yeah.
So that is the idealized version of
So
that.
basically
So,
manipulative.
Yeah.
Extremely manipulative.
some-
Girls are into that.
Yeah, a sociopath who uses and weaponizes emotions, like you say,
Okay.
to their own benefit. Would be not a bad boy, but a terrible human being.
Is sought
Yes.
after anyway.
Yes.
If
So,
that works.
and a bad boy could also be somebody who smokes, who abuses the
Right.
other person. You never know. It's very subjective.
Yeah.
So, according to what I mean.
What she meant was
What do you mean?
he's thoughtful,
Okay.
he's understanding. What is the third one you said?
I didn't say anything.
There's thoughtful and understanding. That's what she said.
That's all you need.
Can I interject though?
No.
Yes. So to answer your question, when you strip both and you look both,
Stop it.
if you
You're going to strip both.
I'm surrounded by no.
Kids.
Say it. If you strip both.
If you strip both characters and if you look at them objectively, right? You look at the characteristics the bad boy has. He's more extroverted. When you look at the nice boy, he's more introverted,
Right.
and he relies on certain intellectually stimulating things for the woman.
Right.
Whereas women at a certain age, they're more stimulated by visuals. So when the bad boy overtly does things that can be are tangible, so opens the door or comes on a motorbike or puts his hand on a wall and is like, hey there baby girl, certain things tick a woman and they're like, oh my god. Whereas this sweet guy who is more timid and is writes little notes and does little things, yes, these are actions, yet they stimulate the brain, the cerebral. It's like a cerebral stimulation. it is only when the woman matures that they start understanding that the timid boy is the actual good boy.
I don't
And
agree with the
also-
introvert extrovert part.
But
yes,
also,
because I know people, the exact opposite also can happen, because I know people who are extroverted, but they are really, really nice.
Right.
Right.
And who are
Precisely.
Like, see, it can be
Obviously.
yeah.
So
it's down to
Let her
daddy
finish.
issues.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
yes,
Yeah.
but so
Yeah.
to the good boys out there who want to win the girl over, you need to be able to be more confident and become someone that she can see and views as someone who can be on her level or even exceed her. Women look for guys who can be above them in a way, because the power dynamic is such that then they can give up their need for controlling,
Yes.
and then they can look
100%.
up to you. Like she said, that is
Yeah.
what she wants. Whereas when you are more timid, the woman has the upper hand. And I'm not going to lie, it is a power trip. So it is stimulating for the woman to be able to control.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, my entire qualm with all this is the fact that I've heard a lot of girls say, and it is romanticized, that all girls are after the bad boy.
That is a notion.
Right.
Yeah.
So you take the Twilight series, this 365 thing.
Yes.
They have this idea that they can change.
Right. And that all, I think...
It's an attraction.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson brings it back down to Beauty and the Beast, where the Beast is an absolute terror to everybody else, but at least to the girl, he's not so bad. My question to you girls is in less than 10 words.
Wow.
All right, yeah, because this is that. In less than 10 words, what are the characteristics in a bad boy that you're looking for that is not also borderline sociopathic?
Jesus Christ. Why are we doing
Why are we
this?
talking about bad boys
Answer
specifically?
Answer the question first. Because if we keep saying girls are into bad boys, guys are gonna anybody who's watching this is gonna take any characteristics that they watch in any film to be okay. So girls are told to come after this type of guy because apparently this is the type of guy that's attractive, and take the worst parts of that and then portray that, use it on some girl who's an actual innocent girl. Then that girl's gonna be put in a situation where she doesn't want to be put in. And then after the end of all that, she's going to come out and say, all men are terrible. So to prevent all that from going down, you tell us
10.
in 10 words.
10. I will count.
5 words. 5 words.
Better.
5 words. 5 characteristics of a bad boy that you would like a good boy to have.
Okay.
We'll let Cheytana go first.
No.
She takes time to think.
No.
No.
5 characteristics
You're
of
done.
a
No,
bad
characteristics,
boy
not just words.
that you want, that we want
In a good boy.
in a good boy.
That is not a sociopath sort of situation. So now knowing what you want, and what I would do then is until I get a reward, or until I get something from
Be
it-
naughty.
Okay.
Really naughty. You have to know how to satisfy your woman.
No,
Oh,
satisfied.
not
Okay.
in that way.
Satisfaction.
Okay. That's 1.
That's 1.
Bed performance.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
You go.
Oh, okay. Charismatic.
That's okay.
Okay, 2. There's 2 qualities. So, good boys aren't charismatic? Oh, you're talking about the fact that good boys are kind of introverted.
Yeah.
Okay, charismatic. Okay, Miss, you're not combining it first now. It's 5 words between
2.5.
Being in control
Okay,
of the situation or the problem, whatever it is.
Okay.
So, taking charge, basically,
taking charge.
of
Okay.
situations.
Okay. Say it, Ash, it's okay. I'll hide your face on camera. This is not Rashad. Okay?
No, it's just someone who is confident in who they are.
That is charismatic.
That's
no,
true.
No.
Charisma is being able to use your energy to win over a room,
Okay.
but also
Confidence is.
confidence. Yes, but scrap that. Self-aware.
Okay.
Self-aware.
Self-aware is number 4. Oh, 3. Oh, 4.
So,
Miss, last
thinking
one.
of the last one, Resh. What should it be?
Now
Bad
understand.
boy.
Bad
the
boys don't
gentlemen who
aren't
are watching
self-aware.
the gentlemen who are watching this are going to hold this to be gospel of what girls need.
No.
So
they
now you all are
won't.
speaking on
No,
behalf
They
of
because
will.
it's our perspective. We
Yeah,
cannot
so they want to
speak
know
on the
your-
collective.
They're looking
It's
for your
between
perspective.
you 2 and Takshi. Takshi, you want to come and tell us about the bad boys? No.
You're representing all women right now. in the history of womanhood?
Again, we have good in bed.
Okay.
We have confidence.
Okay.
We have not confidence. Charisma.
Charisma.
Right. Then we have should be able to lead a situation. We had whatever the fourth thing was.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
What's the last thing? What does self-aware mean? Just so that we know.
I was going to ask that, yeah.
I don't think bad boys have self-awareness.
That doesn't count, so.
Yeah. I think we might have to backtrack that one. But
Have you heard that Spice Girls song?
if you want to be my lover.
Not that.
That's the only song she knows.
Oh.
No.
Tell me that song.
Hold on.
Uh,
Hold on. Does that?
The first part of that, no, you're right. But the first part of that song. Tell me what you want, what you really want, and then they just go zigga zigga zah. So they also don't know what they want. So I'm asking you.
I think someone daring. Not naughty. Daring.
Daring.
Because a lot of
In
bad
bed?
boys, no. Daring people.
Skydiving.
No. They take risks.
Okay. So risky.
Not
Like-
like smoking and stuff.
riding the
But
bike
like,
without the helmet.
is ready to do something fun out of the blue. Doesn't need planning.
So spontaneous.
Spontaneous, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's a good one.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous nature. We have 4.
Okay.
I don't have the last
The
one.
last one.
I'm thinking still. It might take a while.
We'll get back to this question. You guys think throughout the whole podcast. We'll come back to that for the 5th one.
Yes.
So if you really want to know the 5th one, you have to watch the whole thing.
What's the
It won't be there. It'll be in the middle or something. Amanda, do you want to go for the next question, please?
Having control
That was the second
about
one.
his
That's
own life. Did we say that?
Oh.
That's third thing.
I mean, like just do your shit.
I think that's just what is attractive. I don't think bad
Attractive.
boys have that.
But no, some bad boys do.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're very much in control of their life.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they know what to do,
The
like
thing
where
is, their
to go.
goals are not great. That's the difference.
No, I'm saying, it can be a good thing. There are
But
I'm not saying it's a bad boy quality. I'm
Yeah.
saying they should be aware of what they want, their life, their decisions, their jobs, their businesses, their, I don't know, any choice that they make.
So secure.
Secure.
No, how's that secure?
Because you're secure in your decisions.
No.
Okay.
Or decisive. One of the two.
Decisive.
Decisive. Being decisive. Yeah.
And now you know all 5. Thanks for watching under the review for that.
Please donate, Amanda.
Decisive. Okay. We'll bring them back. Okay. My thing is this. Okay. Say hypothetically you do meet this on the 3. 5 characteristics.
67% bad boy.
Right. Yes. 67. It is quintessential. Yes.
That is a great percentage.
67% bad boy, and he turns out to be the quote unquote the love of your life. Yeah, your soulmate, the one. Every other Taylor Swift song that resonates with love. Okay, if that person comes back home and says, "Look, it's not to say that I don't love you, all right, and my feelings for you has not changed. It hasn't diminished. It hasn't gone anywhere. But I think I want to be in an open relationship."
Mm-hmm.
Would you say yes or would you say no?
Amanda,
And why?
maybe you need to explain open relationship, what the rules and regulations.
Oh, okay. So an open relationship is basically where we can see other people, and it's not a limited factor. So unlimited, whatever you want to do. If you want to bring them back home and do whatever you want to do, you can do that too. And the same applies to me.
Yeah.
Would that be?
I would be down to sit down and talk and have a conversation about it, figure out what he wants, what he likes, and why is he saying so, whether we have a problem between us, whether I like it or not. Who knows? I might like it.
Right.
That's
Who
a very
knows?
honest answer.
I
This is
would
the best
never-
answer I've got.
See, we are humans. Our feelings change. I've been saying that since the start of this podcast. We change.
Yeah.
Right.
The way we feel changes all the time, and if somebody comes up to me and says that I only believe in true love and there's only one love for the entirety of our lifespan, I would not believe it, because I have seen people change. I have seen happy people lead crappy lives. I have seen people get married, and because I'm a lawyer, I see a lot of problems between people. I know that situations change.
Hold on.
Like this.
May I
No,
ask
it's
what
not going to
lawyer
happen
are you
to you.
doing?
No?
What type of lawyer?
Divorce?
Divorce?
No, not divorce. I handle land matters. But
Okay.
see, it's very common to see people drifting apart in our field, in the entertainment field as well as in the law field, right? So if because of that, I have become very understanding of the human nature, and I know that people change, feelings change, situations change. So if my partner comes up to me and he says this to me, I will figure out what he's trying to tell me instead of just getting mad and going this and that.
Right.
Who knows what if I like it? What if that's what works for us?
Right.
What if that's what saves our relationship? What if we do that separately and later figure out in life that we cannot live without each other? What if we, get together or our bond becomes stronger because of this decision? Who knows?
Right.
I was telling Amanda that
Yeah.
personally I have friends who are
Yeah.
doing this, and
And they're really happy.
yeah, it can,
Yeah.
if you have good communication. I was telling you this because these people are very open and they are planned. Everything is planned. Everything is consented.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Right.
Everything is consented and everything's planned out and done in a way where no one's,
Sad.
sad.
Yeah, nothing's hidden. Basically.
Nothing's hidden.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And it's their choice. We are nobody to judge a person because of the choices he makes or his preferences.
Right.
Right? And okay, there's this like in the society there are certain things which are considered as right and wrong.
Right.
So that's there in the society, but nobody is saying this is wrong. It's just somebody else's perspective.
Absolutely.
See, the person who's saying it's wrong, there's no rule regarding it, there's nobody to dictate us that, to say us, to preach us saying that this is wrong, this is right.
Right.
So what if this person who wants to be in an open relationship is actually a really nice guy, a really nice girl? Like she or he, like for you, she, for me, he. What if this person is the most understanding person you'll ever meet in your life? Their one flaw would be that they would want to be free
Right.
to make the choice. Are you going to give up on having a nice human being in your life because of her preference? The choice is up to you. See, it all comes down to that decision that you make at that moment. I cannot tell that this is what's going to happen. I'm very firm when it comes to this decision. No. My mind can change.
Right.
I'm open to it.
The main thing
Yeah.
is you have a conversation.
You have to have
Yeah.
a conversation with this person. That is the key point. See, there's no right or wrong in any situation. What I believe is that two people can be right at the same time.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
wow.
Two people.
the Wright brothers.
Nice.
Right. Nice one. But see, we could be having an argument right now, right? He could be right. I could also be right.
Right.
But he'll
Who
be
the
more
hell
right.
is... No. It's not like that. We could be both wrong.
Okay.
We could be both right. One person could be right or wrong. We never know.
But she'll be more wrong.
No.
That's a beautiful answer.
Yeah.
No, I think that was very
That-
insightful.
Honestly, that was the most matured answer.
Yeah, by far.
Absolutely.
I was expecting a reaction. So I didn't get it.
Good judge. Right.
Contrary to that, actually, for me, it's a no. It's a hard no. Just because I've had that experience, and I prefer being my partner's one and only person for all their desires.
Which I understand 100%. I love that. I love that. That's perfect.
Thank you. Because I feel like I understand how polygamy and monogamy can be two sides of the same coin. But personally, for me, when I see my man would want to go out and be with these other women physically, it's like I understand, and if that's what you want to do, but you can't do that with me. You can't have me and them at the same time. You're gonna have to choose, and that's just where I draw the line on it. Yes, I am losing this person, and what you said was so valid, but at the same time, maybe that person isn't the one for me if they can't commit.
Definitely. Because I have...
And
See,
it's entirely perspective,
Yes,
like you
it
said,
is. See,
and
I-
subjective.
because right now I'm in a position where I just want a man for myself. I
Yeah.
wouldn't share my man.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if I meet a man who meets all the criteria and who is really nice,
The 5 things.
Yep.
yeah, the 5 things,
Yes.
and I would be hurt. So that's the decision is up to us, right? What if we sit down and we talk and we decide that we want to be friends?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm not okay with it. He's okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
Or he might be able to like change my mind. I'm not saying manipulation, but he will, I don't know, somehow.
perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Like-
never know.
Like what you were talking about right now, it
Yeah.
definitely gave me a new perspective to this. So it is something to ponder over, I guess.
Takshi, open relationships? Takshi's like, yeah, I
She's
don't
like,
know.
Takshi's already got
She's
it
like, I
down
want to be in the
now.
middle.
And let me tell you something, in Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand the meaning of open relationships also.
Yeah.
They just think it's physical.
Right.
It's not just physical, you know. It could also be dating
Yeah.
without being physical and,
Yes.
you know, going, you know, it can be like an emotional attachment with somebody, or, you know, having that, you know, having like searching for options. It could be that. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But in Sri Lanka, we tend to.
We found the right person for this podcast.
Oh,
Sorry, you were saying.
So the thing was, when we were planning
Yeah.
this podcast, when we were preparing this question, we were like, we were going to get freak outs and they're going to scold us and they're going to be. We were not expecting such a insightful
almost
answer.
too much for us.
Guys, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well. So, have you ever heard of the concept friends with benefits?
Ooh.
Yes.
Really? Oh, okay. I didn't think you would. Do you think friends with benefits is something that should be normalized?
Yes,
or-
absolutely.
Whoa, Jesus. Okay.
Holy shit.
Chaitana, wait until she says the question
I
first.
didn't even finish the question.
I'm brutally honest.
But
when it
wait till I
comes to-
finish the question. You
Sorry.
very
Friends with benefit person. Okay.
friends with benefits. That should be also part of the 5 days.
She has a list.
I told you, naughtiness is a must. Be
Yes.
bold.
So friends with benefits, right?
Yeah.
Assuming you're not in a before you're in a serious relationship. I mean, obviously, if you're in a serious relationship and you have a friend with benefit, you're cheating,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Assume you're not in a relationship and you have a friend and you're having some benefits in that. Is it something that you would say would ruin the friendship, or is it something that you would ruin your future? Like, you know, something that you cannot ever meet that
Chaitana is
person.
turning all sorts of pink, man. Her hair. Her cheeks,
All right,
man.
Cheytana, you go first. That's the second part of this question. We'll let you answer, and I'll go for the
What's the
second
first part? I forgot the first part.
Friends and benefits, yay or nay?
part. Friends with benefit, yay or nay? Does it affect your friendship? And is it something that would affect, like, let's say you are married to this other dude.
I'm married. That's a
No,
whole
no, no,
other
no, no. In the
concept.
future, now let's say you have a friend. His name is Albertaya.
Okay.
Right now you are with Albertaya,
Okay.
but you are friends with benefits.
Okay.
Then-
With Albertaya.
Yeah, 10
Okay.
years later, you are marrying Surendra Naya.
Okay.
Now you are on the poro with Surendra Naya, but Albertaya is still a friend.
Okay.
Would that,
He's on down there clapping.
he's down there clapping, but with his hands.
Okay.
All right. So I want to know: is friends with benefits something that would make it worse or bad, or you cannot face the person? We just you can.
No. Friends with benefits.
My guy.
should
Let
be-
me tell you about friends with benefit. Good.
Yes. Okay. Friends with benefits. If you are having it with the most awesome.
Just one moment. I want to
Yeah.
tell our viewers, guys, this is their perspective.
Yes.
Please, this is not anything where we're forcing on you. It's a perspective. We're just having a conversation. We're getting their ideas. So please don't be offended by any of these questions. I know I can feel the typing. I can feel the takka, 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 our culture. It's just their perspective. It's not like they're sleeping with all their friends. All right. If anything, they have not slept with anyone in, 35 years.
And Chaitana's only 33.
I'm 32. I'm younger than you. What is this?
All right. This is just a perspective. All right. Please continue.
I forgot the question.
So in 35 years,
So Cheytana is full in for friends and friends with benefits.
friends and benefits and friends with benefits.
And friends with. Yes.
One of your friends are calling.
That's my mother.
Oh, thank God.
The bestest friend.
Why is her mother same with Justice Minister?
Sorry. That's the old number. Let me just keep it like that. Okay. Anyway, this question is getting different.
Friends with benefits, yes.
Okay. I think it's a beautiful concept. Having a friend who means something more to you physically. Because, whenever you get intimate with someone, you tend to exchange energies. I don't know if you guys
I
believe
agree-
in
I agree with
this. You like
Why are you laughing?
No, it's a very real thing.
I completely agree.
I
a very
completely agree
real
with you.
Thing. You get the bad and you don't mix up the bad and good qualities or whatever the bad or positive energies that each other is having. See, but also you form this very unique bond with this person, and you never know how far it can go. See, we are just friends, but we suddenly discover this different chemistry out of nowhere. This has happened to me. This is why I'm telling you.
Oh.
Yeah, see, you never know this because I never saw this person in this light. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Cheytana, you don't understand from my perspective. The brightest red here and the brightest red here are the same bloody red. But yeah, okay.
Okay, whatever.
Did you? What? The hair?
The hair and the cheeks are the same color.
I was confused what you were talking about. All right.
Okay, so it can suddenly mean something more to you, and it can lead somewhere that you will never think of because it can turn into something beautiful.
Right.
That's my first
First
my
part,
first
yeah.
answer to the first part.
First thought.
And this Albertaya Surendra situation, right?
She got the name right.
Yeah, I know, man. She's so good.
She's a lawyer. She better.
So now I'm having this thing with Albertaya. So I think, some relationships like that, some friends with benefits situations, they die down.
Right.
And you're doing it with this friend usually because you're comfortable with that person. Like, it's like a switch. You suddenly switch to that mood. And after that, you're able to just sit down and have a drink and then just, that's the meaning of it.
Right.
Get it? You feel the friendship with that person or something more.
Right.
And it doesn't trouble the whole, like the entire equation you have with this person.
Right.
That's the whole thing behind friends with benefits.
Right.
See, after a while, if it doesn't turn into something more, it dies down. I'm telling you, it dies down. You cannot do it forever.
Right.
There are people who do it forever, but you cannot and won't do it forever because your feelings change, like I always say. So you go and marry this Surendra person. This is a very hypothetical situation. So you marry this Surendra person, and if that person is still meaning something to you, if it's like a really big part of your life, it's just your tiny secret. It's the secret between you and Albertaya, and if you're comfortable enough to discuss about that with your to-be husband Surendra,
right.
and if he's willing to understand, if he has also done
What a
it,
guy Surendra
what is the problem?
What is the problem?
If
indeed?
the three of them don't have
This is
any
like a political
problem.
thing. They don't have problems, then why are you making a problem?
Yeah, see, like every problem we have in the society, it's because somebody else is thinking something about the situation that they are not even part of.
Burwa.
But that is ingrained in our DNA.
See, that's the problem.
That is the problem
I
in this country.
mean, you cannot be an auntie if you don't have that.
This is the problem. You don't understand this.
Live and let live. It's up to Albertaya, me and Surendra.
No, we don't let live here. We don't let, that doesn't happen here.
See, that's toxic.
We live and we
don't-
screw others.
We do.
Sri Lankan pride.
We don't endorse this type of behavior. See, so I hope it like the answer was clear.
It is, absolutely.
See, like who are we to judge that?
Right.
Like it's a
Sri
beautiful
Lankan auntie.
bond. Yeah, Sri Lankan
Yeah,
aunties
so then,
would definitely judge that.
my question would be, where do you quantify the relationship between, all right, so we're friends here, then we're sexual partners here, but then we go back to being friends without this leaking into, I have now emotions for Albert.
Simple conversation.
Okay.
She talks a lot.
Simple conversation. You see, you feel something. You feel any emotion. If you're able to have a conversation about it, you will solve the problem. Trust me when I say this.
That's true.
If
That's
it's
true.
anger, if it's sexual frustration, if it's jealousy, insecurity, talk about it. Whatever the feeling, whatever the bond, right? We're talking about relationships.
Yes.
Our bond with our parents. We are very mad at something that they did. You discuss instead of like lashing out at each other. Because
Right.
that happens at my house and I'm constantly frustrated because I'm like, why can't people have a conversation? Why can't just discuss?
Yeah,
Just-
parents.
Yeah.
Conversation with parents.
Yeah, sure.
What's that like?
Shush. So just like that, see, you have to discuss whatever the feeling. See, if you don't have any sexual feelings for your friend who is your,
That you're a bad friend.
yeah,
Were you really friends at all? You know what I mean?
right.
Right.
We will
Be back after the show. That's so bro.
Oh man.
That is so bro.
Again, disturbed my beautiful answer.
I'm back.
But,
I'm back. I'm sorry. I passed out for a moment.
We nearly lost your shot there for a second.
Yeah, but just have a conversation and just say to each other that you no longer feel the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure the person we are having this thing with, we are having it with someone who is able to understand it and who is able to finish it. You
Right.
know, you shouldn't be just doing it with every friend you see.
Right.
See, this is where the brains come in. This is where your experience matters. You have to be able to read people and the body language and find out whether this person is good to have this with and this person is good, like not good to have
Right.
this with. See, if you have that sorted in your
Yeah.
brain, you're
So,
sorted.
so in essence, just because you can screw, don't screw.
Yeah,
Right.
never.
What about you, Resh? What do you think?
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
She's
So,
never had friends?
With
my
relatives.
experience didn't go as fruitfully as hers.
Oh no.
I would say yes, the conversations are like none other. It's so open, it's amazing. It's how it ends
Yes.
is how if the relationship can continue or not.
Continue.
Mine did, yes, that's the word.
Pow! Yes, continue, yes.
Yes, I also feel like where I went wrong was this person and I weren't friends. We were acquaintances, and then we built that friendship, which got muddled up into like sort of a relationship. And one person got feelings for the other. And so
Did you
when-
discuss that?
when certain things like that happen, it was discussed, and I think it's the connection that can't be you can't let go of that connection because
Yes.
it's so magnetic and it's
Yes.
the secret and it's what you want and you're still having these things, and the friendship on top of that is just like it's a seal deal.
It's like a cherry on top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When two parties don't want to let go but then one party wants to venture off, it leaves one hanging.
Yes.
And so it just doesn't work out. So I would say know who you are going to be friends with benefits with. If you
Yes.
have a good relationship with them, yeah, you around and then sorry.
No, you can.
Do it.
I mean, we said much worse things. Right?
Okay, you can
I mean, she said so many things that we
Right.
should have been T.
you can hook up with them, but you can repair the friendship and then you can go back to being friends. Where I feel like she and I differ. Hers was a friend. Mine was an acquaintance where friendship was built upon.
See, what I spoke of is an extremely rare situation.
Yes.
It's very rare.
Yes.
You hardly find friends who are on the same level as you mentally.
Mr. Amanda?
Yeah, Amanda, have you had friends with benefits?
Plenty of friends.
Yep.
All my friends are benefits.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
not
we just.
your friend.
I told you we
I'm your friend.
I told you we just.
What the?
Acquaintances.
It's
Friends.
worse. It's even worse.
Yes, apparently so. Apparently
Yeah.
so. I have, man. But then my thing is, like the both of you said, the relationship wasn't. Sorry, I think the relationship wasn't as we weren't as mature as we should have been in that moment to actually have that conversation. What we let happen was we let the awkwardness of it build, and after a while, and then she found somebody else, and then it was another one-off thing while she was with somebody else. And that was just even worse. And then it just went straight down to frustration. I don't want to talk to you again.
See, communication is key. So you both said relationships.
Ships.
So we're talking about friendship.
Friendship.
Is that the relation- like-
she and I were friends.
Yeah.
She got into another relationship.
Right. You said relationship too.
He and I
So
were
she
friends and he
started
wanted
as
a
friend,
relationship.
and she
You
ran
s-
away.
see that? Okay.
But not with me.
Right. Okay.
Dun dun. There's no dun 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 sound. Yeah.
So
That's like a Christopher Nolan movie.
so both of you
Yeah.
did not
Communicate.
find and obviously communicate. You didn't, but you also sort of like didn't find a person who has the exact same mentality as you.
I found a person.
Bro, respect.
I found a person with mammary glands.
See, physical.
Yes.
It's physical. Yeah.
But
What about you?
Me? When I was in school and
School.
That story. That story. Tell your child. Tell.
no, so I had friends who we may have had a lot of chemistry, but unlike you guys, I am very scared to lose the friendship.
Yeah.
Because I'm a person who loves friends. I love my friends.
Same.
I love my friends. So I don't want to complicate it. I'm very simple-minded. I'm extremely simple-minded. I like to hang out, laugh, eat, drink, come home. I don't want, oh my God, that happened, this happened, this happened. Don't want to overthink. I don't think at all most of the time. Samantha can testify for that.
Yes.
So you could say I'm a dumb kind of a person in that way. So when it comes to friends with benefits, there may have been chemistry. There have been moments where we thought, okay, we could, but I always, friendship is, I don't know. Now when I think about it, I think I'm an idiot, but that's how I felt at the time.
Right.
And I still think if I was single and something was to happen, I would still feel the same way because I love being friends, and I don't think I can differentiate.
You don't want to ruin the friendship.
I don't want to. I don't know if I can differentiate it. I don't know if I can now it's over and I'll be like, oh no, I think I like you.
See, that makes you very aware of the situation, which is very rare again.
One of the characteristics.
Yes.
Yes.
See,
one of the 5.
You know your flaws. You know what could go wrong. So you're not taking the risk. So that's beautiful in a man.
So, someone call me beautiful.
We need claps and we need dun in the soundboard.
Yes, but I'm just afraid of losing a friend. I just love my friends.
See, I have been there, so I can relate to you.
All right.
I was that.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask all 3 of you all. In relationships, are y'all the clingy one or the unclinged one?
I'm both.
I'm extremely clingy.
Okay.
Clingy.
All right.
I'm both.
No, it depends on the mood.
Yeah, actually it depends on
No.
But I am
You
both
said
often
clingy, you said clingy, you said...
I said in the mood.
Okay. So now there is another relationship type. All right. If you have heard of this.
Don't say situation.
You-
Oh, no.
This
We read it together.
This I love.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It is called living apart together.
Huh?
Yeah. We read it together.
Cut
All
that
right?
reaction.
We had to read it.
That is
It is
the podcast
called-
sound.
It is called living apart together.
The what now?
LAT.
Okay.
Is this where you live in the same house?
No,
but
no.
You live
Listen.
away from each other, but you're in a relationship.
Living apart together is 2 committed partners who live in separated houses but may share all responsibilities, emotional whatevers, and even children.
Can I share the expression on Amanda's face when we were reading this? We were
This is like Queen Elizabeth. Like that's how they live.
I love Takshi's reaction.
See, in the royal household, they have separate bed chambers.
This is different, separate houses.
Hari. So just houses or separate bed chambers. It's just that they have their own space,
That's
right?
royal protocol, not that they choose.
No. So there are actual people who do this.
That's
like,
what we're saying. That's what we're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
So
It's not like we made it up.
It's ideal. It's amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
love
saying,
it.
bro. Yeah, absolutely.
So Amanda's face was like this. We were going through relationship types. So I was like, this is I'm like, there's something called LAT. What is that? Living apart together.
lat.
And then, it's lat, literally lat. And he's like, what is it? It's like 2 people I love. They do everything together. But at the end of the day, they go to their own houses. And Amanda was like, I have seen paradise.
I have
So
actually
much space.
I have actually thought about this.
Okay.
But it's probably also the same house, but either different floors or different rooms, so that we have each like
Personal space.
because that's necessary.
Absolutely.
See, that's why I said I'm both.
No, yeah, fair enough. So I would like a response from the clingy people. Captain Klingson?
Can I answer till she thinks?
It's Miss Klingson.
That's
I'm Captain.
That's Major
Yeah,
Sergeant. That's Sergeant Klingson, Captain Klingson.
I'm Captain Clinton.
You're Captain Klingson. It's like private
I
clingy.
surprisingly would agree
With clingy.
with being able to be a little separate from each other and then come
My
back.
God, she agreed with me for once.
When
Dun, dun, dun.
the reason why I agree is because I came across this Jay Shetty saying where in the 7 days, couples or people who are married, because you see each other so often,
Get bored.
you lose the spark. So to not lose the spark, you go apart for 2 days. Then after 2 days, you get together and be a couple, do couple activities. Then on the next day, you go and hang out with your individual friends. The next day, you come together with your collective friends. And then the last one's for family.
What is the difference between collective
This
friends
dude
and...
is
He's genius.
so hectic.
No, but also
Who did he copy it from?
I agree with it because I
He's
feel
known
like
to copy.
Rashali, you were saying?
So sorry, Jay
I-
Shetty fans.
I agree with it because I feel like people lose their emotional batteries for each other and compassion for each other. Because once you see each other every single day, you just become like, yo, why aren't you picking up your shit? Like, why aren't you doing this? You get more angry with each other.
And can I
when-
add to that you lose yourself sometimes in
Yeah.
the process?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
get
big.
it.
I
longing.
hate it. No.
Like I have friends who, when they were by themselves, they were amazing. And after they've gotten with their partner, they've become like a version of that person, of that partner.
Yes.
And I don't like the partner.
No.
So I'm like, but yes. So
Do you want to say names?
But yeah, outside of them, they're good.
What about you?
Well, my thing is my love language is touch, hugging. So I like to hang out with
The wife.
The thing about the separation, you don't have to have another house. You can like I can watch something today. You can be in the bedroom, or we can be in the same house, just different.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have to
But then, to be fair, he goes on a ship 4 times, like for 4 months, and then comes back. So
Yeah, so I'm not. That's something I don't enjoy because I would rather be home, because I enjoy the fact she chose to be with me. That kind of makes me
That's
feel
so
good. That's I don't know how to explain that feeling.
you're adorable, dude.
It's a dopamine rush.
Cute.
Thanks. So she chose to be with me, and that itself is a big high on me.
Right.
Okay, true. We need to take a break once in a way, but you don't have to leave the house. You can, you can hang out with your friends. That's fine. I can hang out with my friends. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I would rather be, in the same general area, as much as possible, in a place that we are both comfortable in.
I agree.
And if you don't want to talk, you can be in the same room, use the phone,
Yeah.
watch whatever you individually want to watch, but within
Close proximity.
Yeah, because the fact that she has chosen you, that's the highlight there for me.
Okay.
What if she wants to take some space?
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. She can take as much as she wants. She usually goes to her parents' house. I'm fine with that. But I'm waiting for her to come back again. So.
See, that's the choice because you love it. Like
Yeah.
you said, he's adorable. Like he loves being married. He loves being around that person 24/7.
But I'm a manly man.
No, not after that. No.
Listen, that makes you
more attractive. See, a man who openly declares that he's in love with this one woman that is so
I don't think men
attractive.
do that.
It's so
That's something
beautiful.
we like. It's so beautiful and it's more attractive.
Learn.
Not to be alone, Ishan.
See, no, like I wouldn't want a person who is like so closed off that
Yeah,
I can't even
absolutely.
talk to, shows me attitude. I'm like,
Oh,
just go, just
My communication skills is shit, by the way.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah,
because
but you
make up
turn
with your
up.
Physical.
yeah, you turn
Yeah,
up.
good.
I
good.
don't know how to express my feelings.
See,
or
sometimes
emotions.
women, like even though I love communication, sometimes all I need is a hug. And we have very imbalanced hormonal issues, I'm telling you. Our emotions are all over the
I agree.
place.
I
So
agree.
understanding that when to shut up and when to hug and when to talk.
He
See,
doesn't know that though.
I
No.
talk nonsense all the time.
And therefore, the 1 or 2 nice things you really say, they really mean something.
Yeah, I feel that.
So back to the topic. See, it's beautiful to see that. It's also beautiful to have 2 separate rooms.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's
As
what
a
I said. I
part
don't
of
want
the
to live in
houses.
separate houses.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's again up to you.
I can see him crying
Right.
like a
No,
tear
'cause
coming.
economically, bro. Why are you paying?
Economically.
Because I can afford it.
Well, good
My
for you.
game
No.
room is a house.
Not with the kids.
I'm about to just
That, the kids,
Yes.
That's exactly
the
what I
kids
wanted
are
to
in
bring
your
to.
house.
No.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
how
so
it
unfair.
works.
What?
Just
No.
because we're women, just to
Who wanted to have
Please give
the
us a moment. We're having technical
No.
issues.
Who wanted to have the
Both.
kids in the first place?
Both.
No.
Both of you. It's a decision. It's a mutual decision. How
I
can you
said.
He was just lazy to pull out.
He's not endorsing this. He's just kidding.
He just wants to just get a reaction out of us, guys.
Yeah.
We finally got the
Stop.
reaction we wanted.
Please comment. What was I going to say? Yeah, you want to have the kids. Why should I stop for it? But yeah.
So,
Moving on. Yes.
did you know that there are 2 types of relationships where there is no intimacy involved at all, physical intimacy?
Huh?
Yeah, one is called aromantic,
Okay.
and other one's called marriage.
You see why his wife wants to live in another house?
My God.
So more about the aromantic.
Okay.
I did not get it. What?
Aromantic.
Aromantic. Or I don't know if I'm
Like
pronouncing.
See,
asexual
this
people, but
generation
aromantic.
confuses me so much. I don't know what that is. What
So
is
I
that?
don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I just read it off the internet. Basically, it's two people. They are attracted to each other, but they do not want to touch each other.
Bisexual.
Yeah, but they're
Just
emotionally.
girlfriend, boyfriend in their teenage years.
Like,
No.
small. It's like
You mean
nursery.
Sri Lankan teenagers, Asian
Okay.
teenagers?
Yeah.
No. It's just that.
Isn't that like a crush?
No. They're gross to touch,
So the couple we had in mind was Sheldon and
but they do have a kid. They do have a
Amy.
kid.
Oh, do
they
they?
do it. But
Yeah, she
in the
gets
beginning of the relationship, they were like that.
Right.
Like he was weird to touch her.
Okay.
But there are people who are genuinely, both of them, they just like to be emotionally
other's
attached.
company.
Emotionally, they're in love. But you don't touch me with that.
Yeah.
That's
So
that kind.
it's entirely up to them. It's beautiful for them. So
No, but
just let's
I want to
accept
know
it.
if you guys knew that there was something like that.
Oh, I did not know
We were
that.
shocked.
I knew about
See-
asexual people.
Yeah, I've known that. But when you mentioned Sheldon and Amy, then it just clicked. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like that's the ideal
I mean,
couple
and
for
also we could be wrong. If you are asexual,
aromantic.
If you're aromantic and you want to tell us what your experience is like, let us know. But
Because we would want to know.
Yeah, we
I
would love
would want to
to
know.
know. Yeah.
Like we just found a few types of relationship that we discussed, like open marriage, aromantic, friends with benefits. If there's something we missed out, we would like to hear from you guys. Please drop a comment. All four of us will obviously see it, we'll
Absolutely.
discuss, and we would like to learn more about the types of relationships that exist in
Oh
Sri
my
Lanka.
God,
I
yeah.
mean, we have long distance relationships. That's
Yeah.
very
Never works.
straightforward. Sometimes may work. We have
she shut it down so fast.
I mean, my wife and I technically almost in a long distance relationship.
For 1/4 of the year, man's in a long distance relationship.
Then we have the co-parenting relationship where people are not
That's
married.
beautiful.
They're not married,
Right.
but they have kids.
That's so beautiful.
Then what were the others that I could?
So we have two more that we'll quickly run through. One is a queer platonic relationship.
Ooh,
Right.
that's a Gen Z thing, right?
Yeah. So a queer,
Explain.
yes, thank you. A queer platonic relationship is an intimate, non-romantic relationship that is more significant than typical friendships.
So it's above friends with benefits.
Yes, the only difference between friends and
So
benefits,
it's physical.
non-romantic. Yes,
It's no love. It's physical.
Only bang, bang.
non-romantic, intimate. So physical, no emotional,
No emotions.
Yes, but more significant than typical friendships.
So friends
So
with
it's
benefits,
friends
grade
with
2. No.
benefits.
Friends with benefits, grade 2.
yeah,
Above.
or the difference between these two, we realize that friends with
They're
benefits, they're
queer.
friends.
And they're queer.
I don't know. They didn't say that.
What do you say?
So
That's the
it's
name of the
queer.
thing. It's the name of the thing.
Maybe because they're queer.
It's queer platonic.
So it's probably because it's
They're
queer.
queer, yeah.
It doesn't say any gender.
See, in friendship, like in friends with benefits, there is a feeling, there is an attachment, there is some kind of love. So it's above.
They're saying that there is no attachment.
This must be the first phase of that.
Then this first
And
phase.
that this is the first phase, and then
Oh.
friends
Yeah,
with
I
benefits is a second phase.
Or maybe
Yeah.
what you went through was with friends with benefits. We went through acquaintance with benefits. That's what this was. Done. Super.
You said there were 2. What's the other one?
The other one was situationships.
Oh, that's Rishal's
I
favorite.
never understand that word.
Okay, Rishal, leave it to us.
What is that?
Dr. R. De Silva will tell you.
Gen Z expert.
What is a situationship
I
and
don't
why
know.
is it such a big deal? Can somebody?
Because it lacks commitment and labels.
So
Which
friends
is
with
why-
benefits
Friends
level
with
3.
benefits.
Level 3.
Friends with benefits, but exclusivity. You guys have told each other that you like each other, but there aren't any labels.
So
And you
dating
guys
with,
are just
dating without responsibility. We had this
Dating
conversation.
without-
kind of. I guess so.
So it's just dating.
But
Yeah.
no responsibility. You can leave anytime you
I
want.
think
It's
it's just
secret.
dating.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess it's secret.
Why do you Gen Z people make everything so complex?
I have
Secret.
no idea.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a
Okay,
secret,
so
right?
what is the definition of a situationship? Can somebody tell?
Relationship without a clear label of defined boundaries.
Oh my god, I'm so right.
Friends with benefits.
No, but
No,
that's
but
boundaries there.
There are boundaries. It's
So
There
you,
is- there are?
There
so
are
now essentially a friends with
friends.
benefits situation is a no strings attached situation.
Okay.
So you can't fall in love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like the queer platonic relationship where there is no relationship.
Okay.
or no
It's just-
romance, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas in situationships, anything can happen.
yeah, and
You just see where it goes.
yeah.
So that's dating.
No.
Don't make it normal.
It
You
is-
see, that's the thing, right?
I
So
agree.
dating is a label.
Yes.
Then therefore, if you are dating, therefore you're a boyfriend and girlfriend.
yeah.
In situationships,
Not no. Not
Yes.
I
always.
think it's just
Then
it's down
what?
to the couple
Boyfriend
and
and
how
boyfriend.
they
Girlfriend and
No,
girlfriend.
just because you
Jesus, yes,
you
yes.
went on 2 dates doesn't mean you're boyfriend and girlfriend.
What does it make you?
Just
No,
pause one moment.
You're
pause
just
one
seeing
moment.
this person to see.
See, Takshi's like, can one of you buggers talk at one time? Her fingers like, she's like, talk, 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 talk.
I will go first.
Actually, you're doing a
All right.
great job.
Just okay, fine. So now you say you went to 2 dates. And
Okay.
you're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
But you're slightly above friends.
See, it depends on the person.
I'm asking you.
No, not really. See,
No,
okay.
no, very really. I'm asking you.
Okay, what
Alright,
are you
so now
asking?
hypothetically you went on a date
Okay,
twice. Thrice.
okay.
Okay. Are you still the same as you were with this person before the dating situation? Or are you different slightly?
There is a difference. I'm
I can't
getting
remember.
to know the person, but that doesn't make that person my boyfriend. And I should also be open to like
Now see-
looking at other people and other options.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
all that jargon is called a situationship.
No,
No,
Because
it's not.
with situationships come exclusivity.
There's no boundaries.
If there's
I think
exclusivity,
people
it's dating.
It's none of these girls understand not going through, right? She's in a situationship. She's in a situationship.
not. No.
She's in a marriage.
I'm
I'm in a situationship.
confused as
Sakshi.
My eyes
So
are
wait,
closed.
wait. So let me get it straight. Okay, wait. So a situationship
Yeah.
is when it's like dating, but when you're dating, you're open to date other people. It's not exclusive. But in a situationship, you're exclusively dating
This
this,
is like
person.
chemistry class all over again.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Because you said
asking.
this. Yeah.
I think there is an eventual exclusivity which ends up being a relationship. I think the situationship is the starting bits. I know I said exclusivity
Right.
because I think there is a hope for exclusivity,
Right.
but they're still figuring out where they're going, and there's no like you have to be my girlfriend, you need to be my boyfriend. It's like I want to be committed to you,
Okay.
and I would expect that from return. And we'll see how this goes. In like 3 months or
If,
whatever, they do a checkup and they're like, "Do you want a relationship?"
A romantic or sexual relationship that is
She's
not
Googling it.
considered to be formal or established.
Yeah, so it's a anything
It's
goes.
dating.
It's a sandbox situation where anything goes.
You know what? We'll just ask our viewers. If you guys think that anyone here is correct, put it in the comments.
very
and we'll see.
confused.
We'll put a vote. You know, you're like Rashali 1, Cheytana 1, I'm on the 2,
Among-
and Yoshan just confused as AF. I'm like, Do they sleep together or does the man sleep on the couch? If he sleeps on the couch, that's a marriage.
Yeah, I agree.
It's either romantic or sexual, apparently.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's
So
dating.
that's the end of our question segment of
Oh,
today.
okay.
We are moving on to the
To
game
the,
part.
To the fun. I won't say the fun part.
But
just to say
I
that
have
it's fun.
one question which popped out of my head.
Okay.
It's about the friend zone.
Oh.
I
Okay.
want you guys to tell people who are stuck in the friend zone if they have a chance while Aman is preparing the game. You and Cheytana take your turn and speak to people who are stuck in that friend zone if they ever have a chance to get out of it. If so, how? And give them some hope or not, whatever.
What's the
whichever.
question again?
Oh my
It's
God,
very
this-
long.
How to
Friend
get out of
zone.
the friend zone.
I'm going to make it very short. Friend zone. How to get out? Give hope or no hope?
Oh no!
You
Oh
go.
no! Why did you choose this one question that I was just blanked
go.
out? Yes, I do think there is hope to get out of the friend zone. One, don't try to sabotage the actual relationship that person is in the hopes of getting into a relationship with that person.
Why do you look at Amanda when you say that?
I didn't. So wait, in this friend zone question, like the guy has friend zoned you?
It
No,
could be either way. Like, let's say Albertaya is in love with you,
Okay.
but you only see him as a friend.
Right. So
I
she's
only see
See,
him as a friend.
And
Okay.
you are in love with someone and that person is friend zoned you. So, like, you have to explain to the people who are stuck. This is for the viewers, not for me.
Oh, okay.
Do they have hope? Is there a way to get out of it?
Yeah.
What kind of strategy would you tell them?
It's the answer that you gave. If you like the friendship so much, if you don't want to lose the friendship, then you will put it above anything else.
But what if the dude's in love with you?
If the dude is in love with you, the
And-
best thing to do is, I think, to just
Confess.
explain it to him and confess and then just finish it off for his
Yeah.
peace of
I
mind.
completely agree.
Because it's so
Confess.
hard to just be in a one-sided relationship,
Yeah.
one-sided love. It hurts like hell.
So,
It hurts
So you
so
have
much.
you have been in a
have been like twice. I have been in like a one-sided situation twice, and it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And it just my mind, and I was really young also, and the last time it happened I was not so young, and both times it just broke my heart into million pieces. And the best thing,
Someone's preparing for the game. Don't mind. I'm glad it didn't affect the podcast at all.
so the best thing to do is to just say that it sucks, but I cannot do this to you. I'm just going to like basically stop communicating with you,
Yeah.
because you have to think of the person who loves you.
Yeah.
If you're a good friend, you will think of that person's well-being,
So
even if he's being stubborn.
hope or no hope for that person who's friend zone?
Don't give hope to that person.
No,
Yeah.
like right now, let's say someone who is stuck in the friend zone is watching this show.
Okay.
Should he keep hope or should he be like, forget it?
See, you have to take the hints of the person.
Yeah, kind of.
See, yeah. You have to see if that other person is basically giving you any hints, or whether that person is,
I would say, confess. Tell them how you feel. Then, if they feel that way, if they feel same to you, then they'll tell you. If not, you can move on.
Will that end the friendship though?
Yes, it would. It would, and that's something you have to accept.
because none of us have that much of time to
Yeah.
be,
Would you rather? Would you
If
rather?
you're in the friend zone, the girl doesn't have time for you much. Get
No,
yourself on
I
it.
mean, like, what I meant was like we die, really.
No. I
So-
want to get one last perspective, all right? Both of you separate. First, I'll ask you. You have friend zoned a dude.
Yes.
The dude confesses.
Yep.
Would you consider not being like, would you give him a chance? Or is that, oh no. If he matches all your criteria, your 5, whatever, and he has the biggest dong or whatever, I don't know.
all
Fling it over
important
your
things.
shoulder.
Yeah, would you give him a chance or would you value your friendship with him?
Yeah, I definitely would. If he has all the criteria, I'm
You'll
looking
give him a
for.
chance.
Yeah. Why
All
not?
right. So, and what about you, Chit?
If I'm not happy with that person at that instant, then I might not give him a chance. I will probably have a conversation, and then just Parisamata, I'll just put him down, and I'll just save.
That's a
him
Bon Jovi
from-
song, no?
Yeah, because come on,
Lay you down on a bed of roses.
because I can't let my friend be hurt
Right.
because of me. But see, if he matches all the criteria, what if
Right.
he's able to like change my feelings later?
Yeah. So that's what I want to know. I just want to
This
know.
is a very varying thing. There's so yes or no? Can a person who's in who you have friend zoned get out of the friend zone?
Can a person who I have friends
You
on,
have friend zoned Albert.
okay,
No, Albert, I was like,
Can-
I love you. I love you.
okay,
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Right? And you said,
Ugh.
Hari, can Albert now get out of the friend zone?
That's it. Yes or
it's
no?
up to him.
Yes or no, bang?
Yes or no?
He can.
Okay.
Oh,
yes, okay,
you
yes,
have
yes,
hope.
yes,
You have a
yeah.
chance.
Okay. You?
If I'm looking at the people,
Wait, I'm
asking me.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes.
please,
Yes or no?
you're
Yes, about
asking me to think about the people that I have friend zoned, and in my response to that,
Yes.
no.
Oh.
Okay, so
But what about future?
I mean, if you
We'll play the game now. All right.
There is no right and wrong answer.
That's
True.
right.
So once again, before we start the game, I want to remind everyone
cuddle,
everything in this shop in this podcast has been their perspective.
Perspectives.
It's just our personal opinions.
Yeah.
Nothing about insulting anyone or offending anyone. It's just their ideas. Please not take things to heart. We were just having a friendly conversation and we wanted you to join the conversation. Anything to add to that, Amanda?
Stop being so butthurt about everything. And now the fun
That
part of the
is
show.
rude.
Now the fun part of the show. The fun part. of
There's
the
one more thing, the advice.
One more thing.
If you are two consenting adults,
And you're within. No, that's it. If you're two consenting adults and you're not really hurting anybody,
yes. And it's not against the law.
and it's not against the law, and I mean, unless the hurting thing is a part of your. By all means, go for it.
Yes, go for it. But please, everyone has to be adults. Everyone has to be consenting. and don't hurt anyone.
Be safe. Take precautions.
Yes, always
condoms.
wear an
Use
umbrella.
condoms.
Yeah.
One more thing. We need 5 here as well.
And be good in bed. Now,
Listen to what your partner says during that.
all right. So now we are going to That's So Bro Grave. Hit it.
Blaster bro, grave, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're going to play the game. All right. In this magical little flask that I found in the kitchen, we have written down a couple of things. All right. This flask has many, many questions. It's a flask, Rashani, right? Don't be that person. So now what you do is you will pick one of the many, many questions in this flask. You will read it out and we will shall time you. If we can answer the
10
question in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Whatever this question is.
You can answer.
No, you can answer. Wait, you pick it. Okay. If you can answer the question in 5 seconds, you're safe. If you can't answer the question in 5 seconds, you got to eat a 9 minutes.
All right. So this pizza is extremely spicy.
As you can see.
And you need to dip a bit of the sauce.
No. I refuse.
Well, tough shit. All right.
Well, then you hold her down and we put the sauce.
There's also so now if I am answering the question, the three of you are the judge panel.
Yeah.
So if I give a bullshit answer, you can always veto me and tell me that I have to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Veto all the time then.
So
Yes.
ladies first.
Why is it always me?
You take it out and give it to me.
Because you're the one with the pretty hair.
Ah, that means I'm safe.
Yeah.
Already.
I will time it.
Wait, don't time yet.
Best camera.
Don't time it and let me hear the question.
All right, so this is a very simple question. Wait for the question to be asked to start the timer. You have 5 seconds. The question is, which situation is more upsetting? Your partner cheating on you with your best friend or your sister/brother? And
Sister/brother.
whoever, if you have a sister or brother.
Sister/brother.
And why?
Murder.
Murder.
No, not just sister slash.
Wait, are we talking
Sister or brother.
Is it? Hey, darling, come on, Harry, it's okay. Can't the mannequin.
Now the dude comes home and be like, Macha, I slept with your brother or sister. I don't know if you have brother or sister.
Sister, you.
So best friend is okay.
You. No, still the answer that I gave. No.
I still think she has doing it because she didn't listen to the question.
Yeah.
She's been doing that through the whole podcast.
Yeah. So what? No.
There's like 3 questions she didn't hear. All right,
Yeah.
choose your slice.
Basically,
Take a tissue.
Basic Cheytana, we're just gonna get everybody to start eating pizza. It's just really fun to do this.
You, the question is like I'm imagining things.
You said sister slashing brother, Macha.
It's like murder sauce.
Please cut that
It
off.
took me like about
Please
10.
cut that off.
That should be like the opening of the podcast, please. She said murder.
Why? Murder.
Ew,
What?
because I wasn't thinking of anything sexual when you said sister. It was weird.
I didn't say that you're sleeping with your sister. I said your partner.
Ew. Ew, that's bad. Like both situations are bad.
Alright, how we're gonna do this is the first question you can have without the sauce.
Without the sauce.
The second one, because there's quite a full.
This is like too big.
Whoa, that's what she said.
That's so
a
bro.
bro.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, you don't have to eat the whole slice. Like
Thank you.
couple of bites. One more bite. You took only one. Like one
okay.
bite.
Big bite.
Big bite.
Big bite. Wow.
Matching for the size. Good girl. All right, Resh, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Did something for all. You time?
No, give me. I'll read. I don't know if you can read that.
seconds. You should give 10 seconds.
It's a good 10 seconds. You should understand sister slashing brother. Alright.
Also, there are more serious questions. This is a bit basic.
Okay.
Has any of your friends' spouses hit on you? And if he was single, would you have been okay with it?
Have any of my friends' spouses hit on me? No. If you were single? No.
Yeah, she said no immediately, so I think she's safe.
No, she said 5 seconds and 68 milliseconds.
We'll get the third umpire. What do you think? Does she eat or not?
No.
Wow.
She's safe. I think she's safe.
Please God, easy one. Please God, easy one. Please God, easy one.
You have to time, Resh.
Okay.
Does it? Just give me a piece more.
Yeah, I'm also hungry, man.
Yeah. I'm very thin.
That's what I didn't want. You know, I didn't want him to laugh.
Amanda,
Yes.
if you were to have physical intimacy with a cartoon character, who would it be
I want
and
this.
why?
Bayonetta, because she's so damn hot.
Oh, God.
You want
Is
to...
that the Japanese chick?
No, that's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, and she's a part of a game called Bayonetta 1 and 2 and 3. And
Is she a cartoon character or game?
she has an anime series.
I said cartoon
No.
character. I didn't say anime.
So
You have 2
Japanese.
seconds.
No. If you Google
Yes, so
what
anime
anime
is
is,
I
anime
agree,
is
I
cartoons.
agree.
Right?
let's go, Lawyer, go.
Okay, yeah, right.
Wait, you wanted to answer it. What did you want to say?
Nothing.
You said, I wish I got that question. She said that. I heard
No,
her
I
say
said it.
You? Who would it be? Tell me it was the Ninja Turtles. I feel like you're a Ninja Turtle kind of person.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's your boyfriend, Charlie?
Fred Flintstone? Homer Simpson?
she did.
Prince Adam.
What?
Who's Prince Adam?
I don't know.
Who is that?
When the beast turns human.
Oh, the Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
I said what
Typical
I said.
bad boy.
She likes it hairy.
She likes furry guys. So 5 things and hair.
Don't shave.
And you have
You did have beautiful
Okay,
locks.
time it.
Russian timer.
Okay.
I hate this whole thing. I'm just going to eat the slice, man.
Taksha, I want you to get a close up of Yoshan, right? Okay?
Spider-Man. Spider-man is a great.
Charlie, your thing is that you said hairy boy, you said hairy boy. Okay, Yoshan,
Yes.
if you were born as the opposite gender,
I can't do this.
what is the first thing you would do and go?
Does that count?
I don't know how to describe it.
He just did it. Yeah, he made it.
You should watch all the ladies here, like.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know how you guys go through your day without just doing that.
nice one. Nice one.
Yeah, please.
Did she do it?
She just said, actually,
Can you see if Takri's alive? I can see a vibrating.
She's just not looking at this side, man. All right, Yoshan, pass or
Please.
not?
It's all jokes.
Yoshan, pass or not?
Yeah, within 1 second I answered
I
it.
did that.
It's like I've dreamt of that moment my whole life.
Titillated.
I don't like this game.
Hey, you could have gotten her start eating. You said no. Pal.
Yeah, you took her aside.
And now you're the sauce, huh?
Now it's with sauce.
Ugh. I know that I'll have to eat. I'm really bad at this.
Other than Amanda or Yoshan, who is the sexiest local celebrity
Nobody.
that you would want to? You have to answer something.
You're the answer. Somebody.
You have to say
Some name.
something.
No.
Some name.
I'll eat
Controversy.
Start the time if she doesn't.
But no. Sri
One,
Lankan local
2,
celebrity.
3, 4.
Hema, not a singer.
It's already 5:83.
I said Hema.
Who's the sauce, Yoshan?
Who is Heyman? I need to know.
I also need to know. I don't know.
What?
The actor and dancer person.
I said it for the sake of my best friend.
Good.
She loves Hema because I don't know.
God, I can smell the chili.
Shit.
You have yogurt. Let me open it.
Shall
Ah!
I feed it for you?
If you can fold it, Yoshan, that'd be great.
Okay.
What a champion. Wow.
Had some open.
Mangi, how's it going?
We had some ASMR chewing.
Resh, please, while she's suffering.
Yeah?
You want water?
Nah, I'll have it.
Okay. I think I took a glimpse of that question.
Oh.
I start.
Okay.
She saw the question.
One.
It's okay. It's too long for her to see the whole question.
Yeah, I just saw your mom's.
Alright, so this is a hypothetical question. Alright? Let's say something happened. Your mom's about to die.
Okay.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical, you're not real. To save her, you need to get back with your ex. What would you say to your ex to get him come back to you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I said
Your mom just died! Your mom just died!
Hypothetically.
Oh no!
Hypothetically, your mom dead.
Bro, I completely forgot about that important.
Pizza and sauce, please. I'm on the saucer.
Madam, please feel free to pick any.
They're all evil.
We are all evil.
So the dude who was making the pizza was like, we are going to play a game. Can you...
Oh no.
If you are a company that makes spicy food or drinking yogurt, please call us. So
Please,
we would like to
Guys, I
sponsor.
can smell this.
You can smell it? I can feel it in my eyes.
I can smell the. Okay.
We stepped up from the last episode because we got complaints that it wasn't spicy enough.
Oh, okay. Man. Good luck.
It still burns.
She can't breathe for herself, man. What do you mean type out?
No, you answer the question. How can you try?
Is that the stopwatch?
Can you give it to Rashad?
You can.
Wait.
The third round, your meat
Okay.
sauce. No pizza, just sauce.
Okay. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is an acting thing.
Oh no.
You have to pretend to gender swap.
Okay.
You're a chick. Okay? In this situation, you're dating Resh. Resh is the dude. You have to act as the dude.
Hey, baby girl.
You need to break up with Resh within, let's say, 8 seconds.
Okay.
8 seconds we'll give him.
Okay.
In that 8 seconds, you have to break up with Resh, and Resh, you cannot cry.
Is that a scenario?
That's the scenario. If she cries during the breakup, if you don't handle it right, you have to eat a slice.
Okay.
I'm already crying.
Three.
No, you have to cry for the acting.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Rashad, I love you, but your brother's thing is so much bigger. That's gonna break up with you. I'm gonna go with him from now on. It's your brother, not you.
Did you speak for 8 seconds?
I did. I finished. You stopped the timer, man.
Come on.
You have to speak for 8 seconds.
No, he did.
I did.
He finished everything in like
You
7
have
seconds.
to speak for 8 seconds.
He did.
You're
He
young
did.
judge.
He did. He
So 7
did.
seconds.
No, it's 7, 8, 9 something.
So-
So it's technically 8.
Why is she protecting you from the pizza?
She said technically.
Because I'm a lawyer. It's right and wrong for me.
So 7, 8, 9 is less than 8 seconds. I can argue with that.
It's okay, he can eat.
If you're,
Oh my God, woman,
if
that's
you're
a
going
lot.
through something that requires litigation,
From your house
please,
law.
please hire Cheytana.
Please don't.
If you need a psychologist and some help that way, don't hire Shali. She poured it already. Piece of shit.
Would you read?
Yeah, sure.
I also want to have another bite.
Oh,
That's
they
tasty.
This is nothing. I'll time. No, can you time? Can you breathe?
I can.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. In 5 seconds, Yoshan, tell me what is the weirdest place you and your wife have been physically intimate? Go.
In a cafe.
Whoop.
What is this cafe so we can all avoid your cafe? Oi, cafe, what are you doing the security man?
It's those bathrooms, I tell you.
That's fast. That was fast.
Yeah.
Not even once.
I gotta tell you, Chay, it's you again.
Sucks.
Pick, you have two, the last two.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
That's what he did.
That's what
That's so bro.
Okay, so other
I
than
feel like a
cheating,
grandma.
Oh, what?
other than cheating,
Okay.
name one thing you would divorce for and why. Other than cheating.
His dong not working.
Ah.
Yo, that's valid. That's valid.
It's 4:28.
Resh, you have the last question.
Oh, okay. Yay.
You can pick it. You can take it.
Alright. So I just want
Would
to
you
let you.
like some pizza?
I wanted you guys to know if you guys can think of any questions in the next few seconds, you can ask us and try to get us to eat pizza if you can
Okay.
think of something. All right. So the last question. This was personally asked by Amanda.
Oh.
Ha
How did you know it was going to come to me?
I don't know.
ha.
So since you can't marry your first cousin,
I love this question.
What?
all right, you technically it's not right to marry your first cousin.
Why?
If
No,
you're
no.
in love, go for it, bro. Okay,
It's
don't worry.
right to marry your first cousin. No, it actually is.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Sorry, Ken,
because
you're
of
so
biology and genetics, not by law,
Okay.
by biology and genetics.
Blood cousin, no? Blood like
Like
Yes.
it's not really right if you want to have the perfect offspring to
Yes.
marry someone so close to you.
comfortable.
This question's for her. Why are you looking at me like the question's for
Because
you?
it's interesting. Yeah.
She didn't even pay attention to her own question.
I am.
No, she like when I'm asking her, she's like, ask the question again.
It's fun.
Ha! I'm good.
Let's go.
You can't marry your first cousin. But how?
Ask their question.
My guy, I need to know.
Okay, I'll ask.
But by how many cousins away are you willing to marry?
1,
I'd say
2.
around 5.
5th cousin.
That
Yeah,
is-
because it's like, I don't know how the cousin thing.
Cousins 5 times removed, something like
Yeah,
that.
I think
Nah,
so.
So
I wouldn't
it's-
have a problem.
So your cousin's cousin.
No, that's not how it works.
How does it work?
I don't know.
So you have first cousins, you
All
have
right,
second cousins,
It's fine. It's
you
fine.
have third
This
cousins.
is not part of the podcast.
But yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with second cousins.
All right. So if you are Chaitana's second cousin, you still
And
have a
have-
chance.
and you have-
Please don't.
If
All
you
my
are-
cousins.
Whoa. If you're Chaitana's second cousin and
5
they're-
qualities.
and your 5 qualities
And you're a bad boy.
and you're a bad boy and you